Hello, I'm Perry from Rind, and I'm here to talk to you today about a little thing you received in the post, or you would have collected it from us, who knows, at the maturing rooms. And it would have been this box, which is our mystery cheese box. Not so much a mystery anymore, well, I just can't bear to change the name. It's more of the 5 best cheeses that I have selected, matured, and I just think they're the best cheeses of 5 of them to go together. And you've been gifted it by a friend, or you bought it yourself. So I'm here. I'm Perry, Rind. I'm a well cheese judge. This month I'll be flying out to Portugal to judge over 4,500 cheeses, which is quite exciting for me. I am Britain's first ever affineur of the year. I won the year after, and I was lucky enough to be asked to judge this year. So hopefully all those credentials might inform you why I'm talking to you today about the cheeses that I've selected, and hopefully I've got a good palate because of that experience. So let us know what you think. Leave us a review online. I know we've got so many 5-star reviews. Everyone loves the experience, the video, the tasting notes that you get in the pack, the biscuits that you get in the pack as well, and obviously the cheese. So these sizes are slightly smaller just for me, but you get 3 times this size, maybe 4, give or take. So I'm going to walk you through these cheeses and why I love them, why I selected them, and why I think they're very, very good. Still a little bit chilly in these rooms, so yours you get out 45 minutes before serving, and they should be a completely different experience. Well, not completely. I've got a trained palate that'll be able to work out the difference between those. So let's get started. Just remember, you've got your tasting notes in there. If you don't want to listen to the video, then feel free to just use the tasting notes that you've got there as well. So first cheese up, brand new cheese, mystery cheese blocks exclusive, Cera. So Cera is made by Julie Cheney with a little bit of help of Blake, who makes St Helena. They are based in Bungay. So Bungay is where Fen Farm make their famous cheese Baron Bigod. They're in their old make room where they used to make Baron Bigod in the first days. And essentially they make raw milk. So Baron Bigod is now pasteurised. St Cera, St Jude, St Helena, there's a theme going on there, make unpasteurised. So that rich Montbéliard cow's milk, they really embrace the seasonality. And we do St Jude, we've done it for a little while, but this is St Cera. So this is a slightly washed rind cheese. So if you have a look at it, it's got this like really nice kind of slightly peachy, might not be able to see it in the lighting here, rind. It smells a little bit slightly funky, not too much, good washing. And it's modelled on like a St Marcelin mixed with an Apois style, I suppose, in that kind of area. So you've got that kind of pungency that you get from the washing, and you've got that terrific base milk kind of dairy. So you've got like a little aroma, like at room temperature, it's really nice just spooning this out. I haven't got it quite soft, but you can see that already, that breakdown that's happening in the middle of the cheese that's there, which is good. So really nice, quite clean, quite milky, not too pungent at the moment. These are slightly on the young side, which is great because we want them just to be a little bit fresh, a little bit more subtle on the opening. We didn't want a big bombastic start, as I always say, but these 5 cheeses will be going through all the textures that you need as well as flavour profiles. So let's have a taste. That's quite a lot. The rind is beautiful. That breakdown is really, really subtle. Feels really pleasant on the texture, and you're getting this kind of slight touch of farmyard grass, but you're getting this nice kind of light, fresh, milky kind of flavour. On the rind, you're getting more pungency, a little bit of pepperiness there in the back, which is lovely. As you can see, very, very Moorish, quite tactile, kind of like on the palate, but you can see like there's a little bit of a kind of lactic core because of the youth of it, but this really nice kind of savoury edge to it, but not too much. That's delicious, the St Jude. Big fan. Very kind of like triple creme. That's the rich milk coming in. So that's like a délice de Bourgogne. It's got this kind of milky, mushroomy note, this thick denseness that you find in triple creme cheeses. It's not a triple creme cheese, but I think that's just come about. There's a lovely little bit on the corner, actually. I haven't had my lunch, which don't try this at home. I'm a trained professional. Delicious. Really nice starter. Next cheese we have up is Quicke's, made by Mary Quicke and the Quicke family. Jane's now taken over the farm. Made in Devon, traditional cloth-bound cheddar. It's just like these ones here that you see to this side that we keep in these small little rounds. We don't do the big ones. We can do them, but we prefer, we can mature these a little bit more faster than we've noticed. We've got them positioned all around this kind of section of the room at the moment. Needs to be organised a little bit because we're just getting ready for our big Christmas influx of cheese. So yeah, really kind of a Quicke's is made down in Devon. It's very kind of like, it just makes it sound bad, but it's a very understandable cheese. It kind of falls into this area where I find that it's a gateway to those more complex, you know, deep cheddars that you get like Monty's and Westcombe. And that may sound like an insult, but it's not intended to be at all. I think there's a room in the area of just elevating quite a considerable amount, but not too much that it alienates people that like cheddars. And I just think we've got so much complexity and nuance that's going on in here. I just wanted a cheese to be a cheese, and that's why I thought Quicke's would get in. Really, this is like that salt and vinegar vibe that I'm getting on aroma. So I'm expecting a lot of tang, a bit of the savoury aftertaste, a really good clean cheddar experience. Let's have a go. So very firm, lost a lot of moisture in here. That nice dairy, typical cheddar, kind of cheese and oniony kind of vibe that's coming through. Spring onions are in there. Touch of mustard, like mustard seed. Really nice finish. Aromatic, moves into that savoury area, which I really like. Really good stand-up cheddar. Now we're into that horseradish kind of like finish. A light, watered-down horseradish. I didn't think there was going to be that much complexity going in there, but really nice. Very chewy, quite dry for a cheddar, still very creamy. Nice texture. It's a great cheddar. Loads of longevity on the palate. Loads of longevity. Next cheese we have up, made by Arthur Alsop, famed for making a Sussex Brie, a Sussex Camembert. Mayfield hasn't been in our boxes for a while, but we're just getting up to Christmas, so we're getting our batches organised, and this just was really stand out for me. We've got this kind of intense sweet cheese, so we're getting these little openings, these little eyelets that are in there. That is actually not mice eating holes in cheese. It's the bacteria, all cheese is alive, breathing out, expelling carbon, and growing those holes actually into spheres, so little sort of tennis ball shapes. And yeah, when you slice it, they appear to be holes, but they're not actually. If you have a look at your piece, they're more rounded. That's how you get the holes in it. So we're looking at like an Emmental style that we have here. Don't eat the rind. The rind is a wax covered, so it's just locking in those moistures. We've got a beautiful texture here. So like this is what I really focus on, different textures, so every cheese feels really different. Aroma, so sweet, nutty, like kind of like walnut nutty, but with the sweetness, it's kind of got that walnut whip vibe to it, but not so much on that, you know, honest chocolate edge. That's gone, you know. Really nice and hay almost, very nice. The flavour's great. The acidity of the Quickes, eat in order as I always say. That's why I put them in this order, because they all do things to each other. The high acidity of the Quickes has knocked that out a little bit in the Mayfield. So you get in pure, unadulterated, sweet and savouriness. So you go straight into that really nice texture as it hits the palate at room temperature, you know, at palate mouth temperature. It begins to melt, becomes claggy. That sweetness comes up. The texture almost becomes waxy, not in a bad way, just sticks around the gums and lingers for a little bit longer. That kind of toasted milk, condensed maybe, side of it comes through. That's delicious. Mayfield, that is outstanding. Really, really great batch. Enjoy that, because that's kind of like the best that cheese will be, you know, in terms of I don't think there's anything else I can add to it. If you like sweet cheeses, your kids are going to love that one. Next up, so Rachel Reserva. So you guys may have had, this is a mystery cheese box exclusive, Rachel, which is a younger version of the goat's cheese. I don't think I've got any in here at the moment. So it's a cooked goat's milk cheese made down in Somerset by Roger Longman. These are slightly larger in size and aged for a lot longer. So we're looking at that kind of, that known sweetness, but a little bit more abrasiveness that goes in there. And this is a real delicious cheese because this kind of leans into that area of aggressive cheddar. You know, the ones that hurt a little bit, you get that trigeminal reaction on the cheese. We've got this beautiful rind on the outside where it's washed with a little bit of that chrysosporium that's on there. Aroma, kind of flour, roux-like almost, that you're getting. The sweetness is far more nuanced than in your face kind of condensed milk kind of style. There's a touch of savoury in there and a little bit of grass floral. I'm guessing that's coming from the goat's milk. Let's have a taste. Different texture again, far lighter than the previous two. Nice minerality out from the gates. You're not getting that overwhelming sweetness that maybe the Mayfield have. Beautiful tang. And then you're into those alpine mountain notes, that fruitier kind of style. That is a spectacular cheese. And it hits you, yeah. At the end there, as the cheese leaves the palate, far more drier, spike up in that kind of savoury edge, but hits that trigeminal nerve, that bit that kind of begins to make you sweat. That is a remarkable cheese. Really great. And for non-goat lovers, there's only small traces of that farmyard soapy in there. Only as you get more towards the Rind, that goat becomes more pronounced. So this might be one for the person in the family that typically doesn't like goats. I've got a bit of crystal there actually nearer the Rind. Beautiful cheese, really big fan of that. Final cheese, we're on to your blue. So this is Sparkenhoe Blue, famed for making the Sparkenhoe Red Leicester, which in our opinion is the only red Leicester made in the UK. This is an unpasteurised blue. So we're looking at a Stilton style made with unpasteurised milk. So we're moving into the embracing the seasonality of the cheeses as well. And everyone loves Stilton at Christmas because they think it's tradition and things like that. But actually, it's just because it's the best at Christmas. You know, the cows have now come in. They've been on their feed for a while. You've got the really big kind of notes that are coming in there. Really big kind of protein. I always liken it to cows almost gavaging themselves. You know, they've been foraging for themselves, making things a little bit kind of like on autopilot, eating grass. It's been quite wet recently, and they come in and they get this nutritionally rich feed, which kind of spikes up the complexity of the milk. And you sometimes lose that nuance in pasteurisation because there's so much flora that's going on. But with an unpasteurised, you don't. Well, you do sometimes, and sometimes you don't. That's the beautiful thing about unpasteurised raw milk. It's kind of up and down. So you've got this nice even bluing, cutting, so we've got that fudge firmness, which is great, different from any other cheese that we have. On aroma, you've got pure biscuit, that kind of area. Pure biscuit, beef reduction, salt kind of area. You know, kind of like, bottom of your roast tin when you put too much salt in your roasties. Let's have a taste. Texture is more, it's got a lot of spring to it, bounces back a little bit on you. Nice and neutral, actually. It's very mineral, very water, very simple, actually. It kind of falls into this really unique area of charcuterie. It's like, you know, Parma ham, you know, aged Sandanelli, perhaps, because I find that's a little bit more salted, the ones that you're getting over initially. Delicious. Really good, actually. It's kind of like a welcome relief that you're not getting this kind of like tang level that's in it. And you're almost getting this alpine kind of vibe because of dryness. Really easy going for people. Nice, clean and pleasant. They're really good. I'm really actually happy with that, actually. You know, we're building up to Christmas. Our Christmas boxes, we're getting all ready for that. So I wanted to do something, because the weather is quite mild at the moment, so lean into that area, something with complexity. And I think these 5 cheeses do it, actually. That's a really good border cheese. If I don't mind saying so myself, I really like those. So yeah, they're your 5 cheeses. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave us a review online, drop a comment below. reach out to us. We're a friendly, independent business bunch. If you want some advice on some cheese, you guys just give us a shout. If you've interacted with us before, you know what we're like. So yeah, so enjoy the rest of your cheese. And now you've tried them all in order, you can just go ham and get stuck in and try your own combos out. So I'll catch you next month. Bye.